Hey everybody, this is John at Triathlon, and we're going to go through a couple of things today. The two most common asked questions I get by people new to the sport of triathlon and even cycling. Question number one is, should I buy a new bike or a used bike? So let's talk about our used bike. So with our used bike, there's a few things that we want to pay attention to, and those are the wear items on the bike. Things that we really want to look out for first and foremost is we want to go over the frame of the bike and make sure that there's no dents, no scratches, and in the case of a carbon bike, any cracks. So you're going to really want to take your time and inspect the frame. Also, when we look at wear items, we want to check the tires, we want to look at the chain, the cassette, and then also what people always fail to remember are the cables themselves. And you have housing and internal cables, so you would want to check the ends of the cables to make sure that they're not frayed and worn, make sure that there's no corrosion, and make sure that the housing is not kinked or bent. Other things to think about with your used bike purchase is the fact that you're going to have no warranty. So will the shop warranty any part of the bike? Mechanical parts, wheels? Obviously they're not going to warranty any frame because they didn't produce it and they don't have a way to replace it. And then are they going to give you any other benefits from buying a particular pre-owned bike from them, such as a bike fit or any post-purchase service packages? On the flip side, when you get a new bike, what you'll get is a brand new bike that's going to come with a full warranty that the used bike would not. Most reputable manufacturers, Focus is a good example, are going to offer warranties for life on their frame. They'll typically offer 1 to 2 year limited warranties on the parts, the components, the wheels of the bicycle. Most shops will also offer, with the purchase of a new bike, some type of fitting service and some type of post-purchase maintenance program to help keep your bike in a good working condition. So our second question, should I buy a road bike or should I buy a triathlon bike, is actually a pretty thing to answer. I typically go by the 80% rule. And with the 80% rule, I mean this. If 80% of your riding and cycling is aimed at relaxed group rides, charity rides, grand fondos, where you just want to be on the bike and you're going to spend most of your time up in the brake hoods or on the top of the bars, and you just want to get through the ride and feel good and relaxed and be able to enjoy yourself, but you're going to occasionally do a triathlon, maybe 1 or 2 a year, the road bike is going to give you a lot of options. It's going to work very well for the triathlon. You may or may not even want to ever add aero bars to the bike. And you're going to always be able to get out and ride in a group and be very comfortable and relaxed in that group. Other things that the road bike offers you is a much more relaxed geometry. It's going to allow you to sit more upright on the bike. It's going to have more weight on your rear end on the seat and less weight on the front end on your hands. So these bikes do tend to be a little bit more relaxed and more comfortable to ride over longer distances. So the triathlon bike with a rule of 80% tells us that if 80% of your riding and cycling is going to be aimed and focused at training and racing for triathlons, the triathlon bike makes more sense. It's not to say that you can't still go out and do a group ride and have a lot of fun with your friends in a relaxed manner, but that you're just aiming more of your cycling experience on the training and racing for triathlon. The biggest differences in the bike, unlike the road bike with its very laid-back, relaxed geometry, the tri bike has a much more pitched forward geometry. So when we look at weight on the rear of the bike versus the front of the bike, we have more weight on the front of the bike as we're leaned over using the aero bars. There will be more hunch in our back because we're bent over and not sitting more upright. These are all things that a good fitter is going to help make you be as comfortable as possible on these types of bikes. I hope those are some quick, simple rules that can help you start the process of figuring out what is good for your first purchase, whether it be a used bike or a new bike, a triathlon bike or a road bike. And with that, thanks, and we'll see you next time.